Common perception tells us that we have a body, and it's like we're inside the head in some type of little operating room and look out the window of our eyes and see a world that is outside us. And this image perfectly describes exactly what's actually taking place. Our head is a localization. If you look at the rest of this image, the outside of this whole area, this is the absolute. The absolute is what? Reality itself. It's the unmanifest pure potentiality. Science calls it the quantum field of pure potentiality. The quantum field of pure potentiality does what? It localizes itself. This is the experience of everything. You can't have the experience of everything because it's the experience of everything all at once. It's just black, right? You can only experience something. So if you want an experience, you can't experience everything at the same time because that would be no experience. So if you want an experience, you must have an experience, not every experience. And this is what we find reality does. It takes shape in itself, with its own self, exploring itself. Now, what I want you to do right now is to see, you're told that you are inside your head, but you're not inside your head. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to close your eyes and just experience thinking a thought, the wave on the ocean. Now, the wave on the ocean seems to take place inside your head. Most people would agree. But what I'm sharing and what we're going to do is to see that the only reason your thought seems to take place in your head is because you believe your head is the central hub of your experience. In other words, you believe you are inside your head. But what if your head was inside you? What if your thought takes place in the same place that your sounds, the sounds you hear take place, that the sensations you feel take place, and more so where your head takes place? So now that you're thinking the thought, the wave on the ocean, you're not thinking of a wave on the ocean, you're just thinking this thought, the wave on the ocean. Now, what I want you to do is to realize that this thought takes place somewhere. But does it take place in time and space? No, because you can't touch it. You can't grab it. It doesn't exist in this realm. You can't take a thought out of your head and put it on the table, right? It's not an object. It doesn't take place somewhere. Now, what I want you to do is to now experience that your head is actually just a sensation. Your head, the experience of your head, it's not a head. You don't have eyes, ears, nose, mouth, brain. You just experience a sensation. Now, I want you to see that the sensation of your head takes place in the same place as your thoughts. Notice that you are experiencing everything from outside, so to speak, of your thoughts and your head. Your head is not an object that takes place in your head, in as much as the sensation of your hand is a sensation that takes place in your head. Notice that the sensation of your hand, the sound of your thought, the sound of my voice, the sensation of your head, they all take place in the same place. There's not a place for your head, a place for your hand, a place for your thought. You only know differences between head, hand, and thought because you refer a distance based on another sensation or another experience. What if you were to go to the place from which you are experiencing these experiences? That place does not exist in your head. It does not exist in your hand, and it does not exist in your thought. Notice every form of your experience, without using concepts to say my hand is to the right, my head is in the center. Notice the place from which you are experiencing the center of your hand, or the distance between your head and your hand. Notice there's no distance between you and the distance. Notice that the sensation of your head is itself another object that takes place inside you, in the same place that your thoughts take place inside you. Notice that your head is just another object within this whole totality. This is obviously, this body is made of this entire totality. So how close is this part of the totality to that part of the totality? It's the same place. It's the same totality. So when you think my thoughts take place in my head, and you're right. Your head is not really your head. Your head is the absolute transcendence of time and space. So yes, you're right. It is taking place your head. If by head you mean the entire universe, what you see here is this. When we talk about the here and now, this is the here. When you know that in your experience that your thoughts, feelings, sensations, perceptions take place here in this sense of here-ness, and that you know they take place now in this sense of nowness, well, the reason why the here and now seems to be so profound is because it is. Here is a direct path, or the shortcut to infinity, to beyond space. Now is the shortcut to eternity, beyond time. And this, when you experience the here and now, you are literally going to the absolute. The absolute isn't really a word called here and now, they point to something. So when we experience our thoughts, our perceptions, our sensations taking place in this raw sense of here, we're realizing that they all take place in the absolute unmanifest, to which we cannot name, to which all things arise, to which where all things disappear. So now, with your head, I want you to, with your eyes open, and this is where the Headless Way comes in, realize that if you look down at your body, you can slowly look up to yourself, and you can see everything apart from your head. The minute you get to your head, your entire head is your experience. Just like this little head right here. This little head right here, his head is the entire universe. Well, in this instance, your head is your entire experience. Your head is not something located. Your head seems to be located when you look at it from a second person point of view. So if you go back to the drawing, this head seems to be located if you view it from a second person point of view. But really, it's the same head looking at itself from another second person limited refracted point of view. But from the direct experience of the head, you are absolutely everything. You are totality. And this totality is what you're experiencing right now. And we are literally viewing the entirety of the unmanifest eternal reality from an individual localized point of view. And this individual localized point of view is what we call a mind. And a mind is simply a localization of the totality. If you look right now, move your hand, if you're without seeing it, your hand literally comes in and out of existence. If you take your hand from behind your head and bring it into your peripheral, you see it and then you don't. You are literally bringing some totality into second person point of view and out again. You're dipping your toe in and out. That's exactly what's happening if you do this, right? Take your hand out of vision, you bring it in and you take it out, right to the brink. Try and find the border between where you can see it and can't see it. And then all of a sudden you can actually see it coming in and out of existence. This second person point of view, it goes from unmanifest to manifest instantaneously, not even instantaneously. It's like saying the sun shines instantaneously. It's already shining. Your head is the universe. And this head, this sensation takes place inside that, in the same way that this head takes place inside the totality. You're not in your body is in you. Your body is made of totality. Your body is not the place where you exist. Where you exist, everything takes place in. I have a free community where I can take people through these explorations every single week. If you'd like to join, the link's in the description if you'd like free calls. Also, check out Dan's website. This is the type of artwork that we need in our day and age. His name's Dan. The last video I made on this, someone had stolen his image and I thought he was the creator. So now we're correcting it and making sure Dan gets all the attention. So link is in the description to see Dan's artwork. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Dan, for the amazing stuff. Have an amazing day. Take care. Bye.